There's something magical about hearing a deep V8 rumble echoing down an empty highway, a sound that doesn't just fill your ears, but ignites your soul. And if you close your eyes and imagine the perfect muscle car from America's golden age of automobiles, chances are you'll see the long, aggressive silhouette of the 1967 Chevrolet Impala. This isn't just a car, it's a cultural icon, a time capsule on wheels, a machine that captured the essence of an entire generation and still roars today with a voice that demands attention. It wasn't built to be subtle. It was built to be felt. The 1967 Chevy Impala emerged at a time when American streets were full of style, thunder, and fierce individuality. It was the late 60s, a period of revolution, rock music, muscle cars, and rebellion. Chevrolet knew exactly what America wanted: power with class, performance with presence. The Impala became the embodiment of that philosophy. While its roots go back to the 1950s, the 67 model stood apart as a turning point, both in design and in mechanical confidence. It wasn't just a car you drove, it was a car you owned, admired, and respected. To many, it was part of the family. The 67 Impala was the kind of car that made you look back even after you parked it. Its long body, sculpted lines, aggressive front grille, and fastback roofline were unmistakably bold. Unlike many modern vehicles, which often look like versions of each other, the Impala was unique, impossible to confuse, impossible to ignore. It came with a powerful posture that said, "I'm not here to play nice, I'm here to dominate." With chrome touches that gleamed in the sun and a muscular stance that hinted at the beast under the hood, it was pure American attitude, distilled into steel. Under that expansive hood was where the real magic lived. The 1967 Impala offered multiple engine options, starting from a modest inline-six. But the real heartthrob was the big block 427 cubic inch V8. With up to 385 horsepower, it could scream down the strip and still cruise like royalty on open roads. The engine didn't just make noise. It told a story, one of raw power, combustion, and unfiltered motion. It was a time before electronic nannies and computer-tuned efficiency. It was analog driving, honest and primal. But what made the 67 Impala legendary wasn't just numbers, it was how it made people feel. Slide into the cabin, and you were greeted by a wide, inviting dashboard, classic analog gauges, and the kind of bench seats that made road trips feel like living room lounging. No touchscreen, no voice commands, just metal, leather, and the open road ahead. You didn't need digital distractions because the driving experience itself was the entertainment. Every vibration, every growl, every pull of the throttle gave you a reason to forget your destination and just enjoy the ride. For many Americans, the Impala wasn't just transportation, it was memory. It was family vacations in the summer. It was high school dates. It was backyard engine swaps and drag strip Saturdays. It was the sound of Dad pulling into the driveway after work. It was freedom in the form of four wheels. And, for some, it became more than nostalgic. It became sacred. Just ask fans of the cult hit TV show Supernatural, where the 67 Impala wasn't just a car, but a character with soul. Millions of fans fell in love with the Impala all over again, watching it carry two brothers across the country as they fought demons and redefined what it meant to be family. That show alone sparked a resurgence in appreciation for this timeless Chevy. But the Impala didn't need Hollywood to make its mark. Even before pop culture gave it new life, it had already cemented its place in American car history. It was the best-selling car in the US for years, a favorite of working class, families and street racers alike. Its versatility was unmatched. You could spec it as a daily cruiser or a fire-breathing muscle car. You could dress it in luxury or strip it down for the track. And either way, you still had a car that looked like no other, drove like no other, and sounded like a thunderstorm waiting to happen. Driving a 1967 Impala today is a surreal experience. In a world where cars drive themselves, beep at every lane change, and communicate through satellites, the Impala reminds you of a different era, one where you controlled the machine, not the other way around. Its steering is heavy, Its brakes need muscle. Its throttle begs for open pavement. It doesn't coddle you, it challenges you. And in doing so, it rewards you with something no modern car can offer: connection. You feel every inch of the road, every gear shift, every breath of the engine. You're not just driving, you're alive. Restoring a '67 Impala has become a labor of love for thousands across America. Classic car shows often feature pristine examples with chrome polished to a mirror finish, custom exhausts that shake the earth, and interiors restored with painstaking detail. But even more beautiful are the ones still wearing their scars, the daily drivers with faded paint, battle-tested engines, and stories etched into every mile. These cars are history on wheels. They tell tales of their owners, of the roads they've conquered, and the lives they've touched. Today, the value of a 1967 Impala, both emotional and monetary, is skyrocketing. Collectors, enthusiasts, and everyday drivers all want a piece of its legacy. It's no longer just a classic, it's an investment in a piece of America's automotive soul. And the best part? It's not just a car you keep in a garage and admire from a distance. It's a car that begs to be driven, to be heard, to be felt. And when you do, you realize why people still call it one of the greatest American cars ever made. The sound of a 427 V8 firing to life, the smell of oil and gasoline, the feel of a leather-wrapped steering wheel in your hands, the view of that long hood stretching into the horizon. These aren't just features, these are experiences. They're the kind of moments that stay with you long after the engine cools. And in a world that often feels too fast, too digital, too disconnected, the 1967 Chevrolet Impala brings you back to what matters: raw emotion, pure freedom, and the joy of driving something real. This video is for those who remember the good, old days, and for those discovering them for the first time. If you've ever dreamed of a car that makes your heart race before you even start the ignition, this is it. The '67 Impala isn't just a car, it's America on wheels. It's a rolling monument to the era of muscle, metal, and meaning. And whether you're a lifelong fan or just starting your journey into the world of classic cars, there's no better place to start than with this iconic beast. If you enjoyed this ride through history and want more in-depth looks at the most legendary vehicles ever made, make sure to subscribe to Ideal Vehicles. We're here to bring you the roar of the past, the innovation of the future, and everything in between. Your subscription helps us keep these automotive legends alive, and trust us, the best is yet to come. So hit that subscribe button, rev your imagination, and keep chasing the road ahead. Because with Ideal Vehicles, it's not just about the cars, it's about the stories, the spirit, and the drive that keeps us all moving forward.